Hello Salem, and welcome back to the Salem High School's The Salem Show, coming from our mobile Washington County Community Foundation studio at the Salem Middle School.
I hope you all had a good fall break. Those 27 United States Starbucks shops that I'm not allowed to go within 50 feet of, sure know I did.
Wait, how'd you get banned from that many Starbucks?
I go pumpkin spice crazy.
Hey, speaking of Starbucks and pumpkin spice craze, did you know 2010 SHS grad won barista competition for its store's area?
No I didn't.
Oh yeah, for the past 3 years, Patrick Reagan has been a barista at Starbucks, and every year he has competed in a company event that tests the skills and knowledge of the employees who show leadership abilities. Reagan explained. The focus early on in the standards and routines of making drinks, explaining the difference between drinks, flavors, textures, appearance, etc., maintaining equipment, and generally being knowledgeable in the different aspects of your roles and responsibilities as a barista. Credits to the Salem leader for this story.
Well, enough of that. It's time for announcements.
Hey, you want to go see a magic show?
Do I?
Well, you're just going to have to wait until December 3rd. That's when the Harlem Wizards are coming to the school to face off against our very own staff. Pre-sale tickets will be $8 for kids and $10 for adults. Tickets will cost $10 for kids and $12 for adults at the night of the event. Final pre-sale tickets availability will be at the boys game on November 21st.
Reserved seats are $15, which includes premium seating and poster voucher. Courtside Plus seating is $25 per ticket, which includes a 10-minute meet and greet with 2 to 3 players 45 minutes before tip-off, free lanyard, free team photo, and a $10 discount on replica Wizard jerseys. The names of the first 100 general admission tickets purchasers will go into a drawing for a Salem 10-game season ticket. $50 value.
The names of the first 10 Courtside Plus ticket purchasers will go into a drawing for a 10-game season ticket and concession voucher during the Wizards game. 2 sandwiches or a hot dog, 2 drinks, 2 nachos or pretzels. Teachers, these make a great prize or reward for your students. Be sure to get your tickets now. This will be a hot ticket. Be sure to be there for one magical night. Let me tell you about some of the other upcoming events. Sarah Plain and Tall SH Students Theater opens its season this Saturday night, October 27th at 8 p.m. and Sunday, October 28th at 2 p.m. for the play based on the award-winning book by Patricia McLachlan. Performances are at the SHS presentation room. Admissions at the door, $5 adults, $3 for students. Grades K and under, free. Doors open 30 minutes before showtime.
Salem Choirs presents Bohemian Supper Club. A cast of 45-plus performers will fill the air with songs November 8th through 11th. Ticket sales open at the SHS bookstore Monday, during school hours only. Tickets are also available at salemchoirs.org. Sales continue as long as seats remain available.
The Salem High School Student Council has partnered up with the Student Government Association for the Bay High School in Panama City, Florida. Due to the hurricanes, and the students in this school are currently studying at a local junior high until repairs can be made and the school is safe to enter.
The student council members are currently collecting money for their school. The idea is to present the funds to their student government organization for the student leaders to decide how to allocate the funds that have been raised.
If you would like to make a donation, you can either donate to one of the students' council members, or you can give the donations to Mrs. Hazlip or Madame Schmidt.
Speaking of weather, here's our local weatherman and local garlic bread taste tester, Ethan.
Thanks, guys. Actually, I'm a bit of a magician myself. With a simple snap of my fingers, I can produce a loud noise caused by the friction between my fingers. For the game tonight, it should be 45 degrees around kickoff with a light wind and a 20% chance of rain. So it'll be a hot cocoa kind of night. Maybe bring an umbrella just in case. This Saturday it'll be cloudy with showers. The chance of rain is 60%. The high will be 59 with a low will be 47. Then on Sunday it'll be just as sad with clouds and lots of rain. But hey, at least there's only a 50% chance of rain. However, it will be colder with a high of 58 and a low of 44. So make sure you stay dry and warm. This will be a great weekend for some chili or potato soup with bacon and cheese. My favorite foods. Now on to sports, where the soup is always warm and the sportscast is hot.
Thanks, Ethan. The volleyball team closed out their season Monday night during fall break. Falling in the first round of sectionals against North Harrison 1-3, Silver Creek went on to win the MSC sectionals. The volleyball team finished their season 14-11 to make it a winning season for them. The cross-country team also finished out their season during fall break. The Lady Lions basketball team started off the season with a scrimmage at New Washington last night. Mr. SHS will be on Wednesday, December 19th at 7 o'clock in the Middle School Auditorium. See Mr. Hickey if you are interested in being in the competition. First place wins a flat screen TV. Speaking of basketball, your Lions basketball team will have a Lions Madness event November 16th starting at 5:30 p.m. at the Brooks Memorial Gymnasium. Each of the boys' basketball teams, 6th through varsity, will be introduced and play a 12-minute intra-squad scrimmage. Admission to the event will be a donation of soap, towel, and/or shampoo. See you there. Congratulations to the Salem Marching Lions, with a 4th place showing at the ISMA Scholastic Finals. The Lions football team took home the county championship trophy to close out their regular season while we were on fall break. Beating the team out west 15-6, they then moved into sectional play and they drew Charlestown. They fought hard on a cold and wet night and made the Pirates walk the plank, winning 27-20. They hosted the Browntown Braves tonight at Paul E. Graves Field at 7 p.m. Come out and support the boys. Now let's hear from our very own football coach, Mr. R.J. Hartsfield.
Talking to Coach Hartsfield about last week's sectional game against the visiting Pirates and upcoming sectional game against the Brownstown Braves. Thanks for talking to us today. What were some of the big takeaways from last week's game?
Well, the kids just played hard and did what they're supposed to. And, you know, when you do that, you feel like you've got a great chance to be successful. And you know, that was the takeaway from the game, was just the fact that, you know, our kids executed a game plan. The kid was leading the state in the rushing. He has 2,400 yards on the season coming into that game. So, you know, we knew he was going to be a player that was dynamic, and we had to play well. And you know, we played pretty sound in all phases, offense, defense, and special teams. And that's, you know, that you can win some games when you do that.
Yeah. All right. How has your team improved so far from the last time we interviewed?
Yeah, I mean, I think that anytime you're winning, you know, kids are a little bit more excited. The good thing about them is, you know, about this crew is they just haven't they haven't given up on it. When you're 1-3 to now, they've continued to get better each week and each day that we go to practice. It's been fun. It's not been something that gets too monotonous. They really work hard and try to improve every day. And I think that if you have a team like that, you're going to get better every day.
All right. What does the Brownstown do well?
Yeah, they do a lot well. Brownstown, I mean, they're a good football team. You know, they're number 4 in the state. They're 9-1. Only lost to a 5A school at Seymour. You know, we played them tight early in the game the first time we played them this year. Then ended up they put 28 points on us in less than 4 minutes. So it was a definite. You know, it's definitely one of those games that you got to play your responsibility football. You got to play well, and you got to do all the things that that you're coached, or he's going to expose you, and you're going to get beat. So, you know, they throw the ball a little bit more than they used to, but they're still definitely a run first and throw when you're open type team.
Yeah. Since they're a tough team, what are some keys to get the victory?
You know, keys to victory in a game like that is just a lot of people to do your part. You know, you can't have, you know, a lot of games that you can have your one guy can kind of make or break it. In this game, one guy every single play can make or break it, because they run so many different things that, you know, one back going left and the other back going right and pulling guards, and they're doing all kinds of different things. So it's just got to be, everybody's got to play a complete game, and if they don't, you're in for a long night. And I think that's why they're 9-1. You know, you don't see a lot of teams that are able to play physical enough, but also be, you know, structurally sound enough to beat them. And so, you know, to do that, you really got to make sure that that's what you're doing all night long.
Any final thoughts?
No, we're excited to be where we're at, and, you know, continue to improve this week.
All right. Well, thanks for talking today, and we wish you all the best tonight.
Thank you.
And that's sports. Remember, practice hard, play hard, and win.
Thanks, Holden. Hey, Clayton, what do you like most about Halloween?
The ability to hide my innermost personality from the outside world, disguising my abhorrent state, being under the guise of a costume or mask.
And pumpkins! I like those.
Well, you are in luck because the Great Pumpkin Walk will be held Saturday, October 27th around the public square. The walk will be held around 5 to 9 p.m.
My Family Feud pumpkin set will be the best one there.
Well, that's an actual possibility. You can enter your pumpkins at the Perlee Plaza on Saturday, October 27th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for a chance to win the best pumpkin contest.
Do you really think I could win?
Maybe. And you could also win the cash prize that will be available.
I'm gonna be rich!
And now, here's a motivation quote.
Always be happy when people are in a bad mood. The last thing they want to do is hang around with happy people.
Hey guys, it's me, DDP, and welcome to another Motivational Monday. Today I want you to focus on 2 words. Be grateful. What do I mean by that? I mean, I want you to stop focusing on all that you don't have, because you've got so much. So many things are happening in your life that seem like, man, this isn't happening, that isn't happening. Focus on all the things that are happening. First thing I always think about is my health. Because no matter what, if I'm healthy, I'm above ground, that's a good day. Focus on the things that you have, the relationships you have with people that you really care about, as opposed to the one you're trying to make. Focus on the people who care about you. Remember, those 5 people that you hang out most with are the people that you're going to become the most like. So if that doesn't work for you, maybe you should move out some of those 5 and move in some real positive forces. And it's going to start with you being grateful for where you are. Man, I thank God every day for where I am. And I work myself to get here. But whenever I start getting down at all, I always go back to be grateful. Think about it and own it.
Speaking of pickles,
What?
I don't know, but I need a segue to this segment. Last week's episode of Truth or Lie, the fact that Cassie and Ethan wrote a song when they were younger about a giant walking pickle that drinks chocolate milk is true. Here's some more on that.
Cassie isn't here, so now I've got to do this. Okay. I'm a giant walking pickle drinking chocolate milk. We weren't the best songwriters, that was it. It's kind of anticlimactic, but it's fine.
Well, if that's not the weirdest thing you've seen all week, I wish my life was as exciting as yours.
And this week's slightly more normal Truth or Lie is
Cassie still knows the song Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas by memory. What is it with her and song?
Welcome, Miss Page, to the Salem Show, and thanks for being here with me today.
Okay.
So, you got a live studio audience here.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, but what's your role here at Salem High School?
Or you mean as a teacher or as a sponsor or?
Whichever.
Whichever. I am a teacher here. I teach social studies. I do the dual credit government and I do the dual credit U.S. history. I do the regular world history and I do the honors world history.
It's quite a lot. What about clubs? What club do you advise?
Currently the only one I have is SAD. Students Against Destructive Decisions, before anybody asks.
I was about to say, what is SAD?
I figured that would come out.
Yeah.
Because usually, even though it's been around ever since 1981, many people still believe it's Students Against Driving Drunk. But it was changed about 20 years ago. It was changed to Students Against Destructive Decisions.
Huh, cool. Well, what is a destructive decision?
Probably anything that you do on a weekend. No. I got audience participation here. No, a destructive decision is anything that would cause harm to you, to others. Just basically, that's why they changed it, because there's so many other things than just drinking and driving that can cause harm to teenagers or other people in the community.
Well, why should people be in SAD?
Because we're cool.
Works for me.
There you go. The reason why you should be in SAD is that it is a community-oriented organization, especially if you are a freshman, sophomore, or one of those individuals that need community service or need them on scholarships or anything like that. Everything that SAD does is a community endeavor, because our idea is to help out the school as well as community, not to do drugs, not to drink and drive, not to do harmful types of things like date rape and abuse and those types of things as well. And so it is an organization that the major emphasis is helping others.
Well, what future SAD events do you have planned through the year?
One of you guys want to answer that? Right.
Now they're gone.
What? Well, right now what they're doing in class right now, they are making posters for the Red Ribbon Week. Red Ribbon Week was begun in 1985. There was Enrique, who was a law enforcement officer in Mexico that was killed by the drug cartel. And he was trying to stop the drugs from Mexico coming up into the United States. So in 1985, he wasn't just killed, he was slaughtered, and then his body was burned. And so his family started the Red Ribbon Campaign to try to get Americans to realize that every time you take drugs, it's not just you, because those drugs came from somewhere. And it cost the life of that drug enforcement officer. So in 1985, they began the Red Ribbon Campaign, to where you place red ribbons everywhere to try to encourage people not to do drugs, because it's not just you, it's a far-reaching effect for a lot of people.
Well, cool. All right.
This Saturday, we're going to be doing a trunk or treat at the YMCA. And everyone needs to bring any type of little kid, nephew, cousin, whatever. Don't kidnap one off the street. That's a destructive decision. But it would be, bring them to the YMCA from 5 to 6:30. There's a trunk or treat. We're going to have, our room is doing all the games, and we're doing a Candyland theme. And so Candy King would be there. So will the Peppermint King. Is the Peppermint King, Zane? Is that right?
He's just the peppermint man. He's just like some guy that lives in a forest and chops down peppermints.
Okay, that sounds really creepy. We will have a...
Why do you think they picked
That's a destructive decision. We'll have a non-creepy peppermint man.
I make no promises.
All right. There will be an old woman peanut brittle.
Grandma Nut.
Grandma Nut, that's me.
On October 27th to see Miss Page's Grandma Nut.
So yeah, I will be Grandma Nut, and we have the Snowflake Lake, and we'll have all kinds of activities for the kids. Again, kids, trick-or-treating age, not teens. If you want to come, you can help us with the project, but no, you're not supposed to be trick-or-treating at your whole age. So,
But we could be making
just burst the
constructive
bubble.
Decisions instead.
On other, but see, you could be coming and making good decisions by helping at the trunk or treat on October 27th. And so we're going to be there at 2 o'clock, but the whole thing starts at 5 to 6:30. And then, of course, it's followed by the Halloween parade, which we're not doing because we're going to be at the YMCA. But we will be in the Christmas parade.
Ooh.
So we always do a float in the Christmas parade, or a walking thing within the Christmas parade. There's a lot of things we always do, but our number one thing that a lot of kids really like is our SAD National. Every summer, Indiana SAD National has a conference somewhere. This year it's in Phoenix, Arizona. And we are going to go to the Grand Canyon as well. I've already made my decision. We're going to go to the Grand Canyon. So now we're going to go to Phoenix. We're going to go to the Grand Canyon. And last year we were in Washington, D.C. And so that is one thing that is really big, is our SAD Nationals.
I guess that's pretty enticing to join SAD then.
Right.
And for your last question, who's your favorite Salem Show crew member?
I can't pick. That would be Scarthy. He's quiet, he's colorful, he adds a bit of panache to the show, so definitely Scarfy.
There you go, thank you for...
Can I go cut?
Sure.
Okay, cut.
Why do you like Salem?
I don't just like Salem, I love Salem. I moved here my senior year in 2008 with my mother, Lynn Reed, who is the superintendent. I love the atmosphere, the camaraderie, the members of this whole community. It just brings everybody together, and we all share the same message. We care about our school and we care about the people.
Why do I like Salem? Alright, so it's pretty easy. Salem is a relatively small community, and that means that whether you like it or not, everybody kind of knows each other. So it's a lot easier, you know, to make friends and relationships outside of like a strictly school or strictly anything like that basis. Like Holden, he's like a freshman or something. I'm a senior. I know him though because of Scouts, which connected us through the community. There's a lot of ways to get to know people. Like I said, so the smallness is nice. Another thing is the education system isn't as bad as people say it is, you know. We all come here, we got smiles on our face, everyone's happy. You know, the people who complain are the people who don't do their homework and fail classes, right? The people who are serious about it are true patriots and true Salemites. And Salem is pretty amazing. I don't know how long this goes on.
So I love Salem because it doesn't matter where I run into a student, whether they be a current or a former student. They remind me of why I love our kids and why I love my job.
Why do you like Salem?
We have nice people in our community. We have a good school system.
Part 2. Okay, because of the sunsets. Listen, there's like, how many states? 50? Listen, I always get Washington, D.C. confused. Anyway, there's 50 states, and out of all of them, I think a Washington County sunset is the best. So, I mean, I'm not a paleontologist, but that's my professional opinion.
But speaking of video game podcast, the Lion Lowdown...
That's the brand that produces the Salem Show.
Yes. Anyways, the Lion Lowdown has officially started a 4-person gaming podcast.
Made by the nerds, for the nerds. The Lunchroom Corner should be there to satisfy your video game needs, whatever they may be. But wait, who even makes these?
Only the cream of the crop from the Salem Show, Cassie, Abby, and Holden.
Wait, didn't you say 4 people?
Oh yeah, Ethan's there too.
Oh, I see. Well, how do we know if this podcast is even any good?
If you're still on the fence, here's a clip.
It's based off that from 1998, but it's Pokemon Go Pikachu and Go Eevee.
Let's go Pikachu, let's go Eevee.
Sure, we'll go with that. Wow, I left out one word. Okay, but...
That's an important word.
Yeah, sure.
Those guys are not a riot.
You're telling me. So if you want to listen to some more geeky shenanigans and, well, some real video game talk, check out our Lunchroom Corner.
New episodes go up on the Lion Lowdown channel every Friday, alongside the Salem Show.
Stay tuned, that's our show.
If you liked it, let us know. If you didn't, let us know gently.
And if you're watching this at all, you're a good person in my book.
That's right. So have a good one, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of The Salem Show.
And check out the Lunchroom Corner. Book by Patricia,
November 8th through 11th.
Mr. Jason.
Whoa.
And check out the Lunchroom Corner.
Credits.